Hello, everyone. My name is Slappy Burger, and welcome back to my journey through Minecraft. It's been a little bit. I've been busy, but we'll talk about what I've been busy with in a little bit. Today, we're going to be doing a bit of a slower episode again, but we're going to be doing something maybe a little bit different. We are going to be recreating my first house from memory, by the way, because I have since lost the computer that has my original worlds on it, unfortunately. But I very distinctly sort of remember a general concept for my first sort of base and stuff. And that's what we're going to be doing today. And I kind of felt like that's just something fun that we should do. But before we can do that, we got to do a couple things in terms of updating the game and things like that, because we are going to make our way up to full release 1.2.5. But currently we're still in 1.0. And there is one little update that's rather special that we need to visit before we go up into that version. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it right here real quick. And we'll update into that version. And then we'll do the one cool thing we can do. And then we'll move up to 1.2.5 and recreate my first base. And this first little bit here is going to move really fast, but don't worry. We'll start yapping and all that once we get up to 1.2.5. Don't worry. I got plenty to yap about. So without further ado, let me go ahead and update the game into the special version there. And then we'll move up to 1.2.5. All right, guys, we are now in the special version, which is specifically 11W49A. Now, we do have a little bit of, I guess, early work we need to do. First of all, I want to be safe, and I want to put everything in a chest, because we could, I don't want to delete this stuff. Okay, that's the short of it. I don't want to delete this stuff, so I know I have chests in here. Beautiful. Let's just go ahead and get, I don't think we need a double chest, do we? Nah, we only need one. Let's just get one chest and put everything in here. And this version is special for a specific reason. If I press the B key real quick, there we go. We're in creative mode again, and hopefully I didn't lose my levels. No, I did not. Beautiful. We're in creative mode again. And what's special about this creative mode specifically is spawn eggs. Oh yeah. Ooh, buddy, that's big. Now, I do believe some of these items we actually have in chests, like sponges, bedrock, and stuff like that. So I don't know if we actually have to give ourselves bedrock or anything. Let me just go check the chests real quick. But yeah, we have spawn eggs, and we are definitely going to be using those. Now, I do want to ask well, okay, when I say using them, I'm not really sure if using them is the right word here. Yeah, we have sponges. Let's see what other quote-unquote unobtainable items are in here. Don't see in portal frames, but we have in portal frames anyway, so that's fine. I think it's really just bedrock and sponges, right? Hold on, let me check real quick. Okay, yeah, I mean, for the most part, all of the stuff that we could get from the creative menu, we can already kind of get, or we already have, besides the spawn eggs. So the other ones that are kind of listed as things that you're not supposed to be able to get, but you can get, are bedrock, sponges, ice, and of course, chainmail armor, which of course we also have. And I think, didn't we craft it out of the fire that's in here? Yes, we did. But one question I do want to ask is, are we allowed to use these spawn eggs in two ways? For one, using them to actually, just spawn mobs. But my follow-up question is, you can use, if we take one of these spawners here, and we're going to break it once we put it down. But I do believe you are able to change in this version what sort of things spawn in them. Maybe not. Could have sworn that was a thing. I know that's a thing in the future that you can do, is change it to other things. But when we do get that feature, are we going to be allowed to do that? And I'm going to leave that decision up to you guys, because I think that would be a really cool thing, having, like, instead of building like, like an actual like creeper farm, right? We just had a like a bunch of spawners that we could use that just spawn creepers for us automatically. I think that would make the world a lot more unique, but at the same time, I want to get your guys' opinion on it before I do that, because at the same time, I also don't want it to seem like, you know, we're like cheating on the world or anything. So yeah, I guess I'll just kind of leave that up to you guys. Just let me know in the comments if you think that's a good idea or not. But for now, let's go ahead and make our way over to the museum. And I think I'll build the museum like vault area legitimately this time. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a chest outside and then just put a stack of each spawn egg into it. And then, man, I really got to fix that. But we'll just put a a chest out front, and then once we're kind of done doing what this episode is really about, I'll kind of duplicate them and you know, make a whole bunch of double chests just full of these guys, because I do think that it would be cool to have all of those spawn eggs, you know, and even if we don't use them, we can still have a lot. If I could get it to work here, can you not stack them? Oh goodness, you can't stack them yet. Okay, well, that's curious, but that's okay. Also, I just want to point out the mobs, like eggs, look very different to what they look like now. So that's kind of funny. Like, that's an Enderman. I thought that was a slime or something. That's an Enderman. That's a spider. That's very weird. But yeah, I think it would be cool to be able to use these in the future. Just having our own weird spawners just kind of all over the place wherever we want. Now, I do believe, unfortunately, that these are the only spawn eggs we can get. So once more mobs get added, I do not believe we will be able to get spawn eggs for those, but that's okay. I mean, really, these mobs are like the essential, you know what I mean? And just because I want to test it real quick, let me see. So it could just be the creative inventory being weird, but if can I stack these? Like if I go out of, no, I cannot. But yeah, I mean, if it spawns a creeper. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So we do have spawn eggs. That's really the only reason we came to visit this version, is get these spawn eggs. Like I said, I'm going to duplicate these. I'm not sure when they become stackable. I don't know when that was added, but I know you can stack these guys for sure. I know you can. Maybe just not in this version. Maybe that's once we get up to 1.2 or something, we'll be able to stack them. But we have our spawn eggs. And now let's go ahead and gather our stuff here. And then we will update again to 1.2.5. And then let's find a cool place to build. I think I might use a MITS to find a really cool place to build this base, because I think it needs to be in a cool area, somewhat far away from kind of everything else we've done. But I'll come back once we're in 1.2.5. Also make sure we're in survival mode before we do it. And see you all in a bit. Okay, well, looks like we got to do that. I kind of forgot. At some point, I believe it was version 1.2. I think it changed from like MC region to Anvil. I might be wrong about that. I know it changed, like obviously it changed to Anvil, but I believe it was MC region. If I'm wrong, I'll just put something up, but this is going to take a little bit. So I'll just come back when that's done, I guess. Okay, we're back in. World looks the same. Looks like the biome is still the same biome. I went ahead and changed it back to peaceful. I know I said a while back that I wouldn't really play on a lower difficulty, you know, than normal, but I'm doing this for an important reason. I have a reason for this. Okay. That's because I kind of want to build my first house ever, like fresh. Okay. And I want to find a cool location without getting bombarded by 8,000 hostile mobs. So let's go find a cool place. I'm just going to use a MITS, and I am going to cut the video again. I'm cutting it like every 15 seconds right now, but I am going to cut the video again here in a second and use a MITS to find a cool semi-foresty place, maybe. That's kind of far out. Although I also don't want it to be like so far out that it's like hard to get to. We could build it over where the sheep farm is, not like next to it, but kind of somewhere out there. That could also be a good idea. Actually, I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to just run over to the kind of sheep pen area and find a nice place over there to set up, because my first house was in a swamp, but I don't know. It doesn't need to be in a swamp. Okay, so this is kind of funny. I guess they changed, some of the F3 stuff a little bit, that pulls up information. The little B there, I'm pretty sure that means biome. It's right there underneath the coordinates, just slightly to the bottom right of the F there. And it says the biome is just hell, which is kind of funny. I knew that like there was only one biome in the Nether, but calling it just straight up hell is kind of funny. I don't know. Because nowadays I think this would be like what the Nether Wastes is what it is. So it's kind of funny that it's just called hell. I don't know. That's weird. We have a long time to go before the Nether gets like any major updates, but we are actually able to build on the Nether roof now too. So that is going to allow for some very, very, very cool builds. I think this area right around here is probably the best place for it, honestly. I mean, we got that nice big flat area over there where we'll probably build, got decent amount of trees kind of surrounding us here, and nice big body of ice river thing going on here. Yeah, I think this is the spot. So, oh wait. Never mind. I've been here before. Okay, I think this is the area right here. Nice and generally flat, plenty of trees around. Yep, this is it. Sun is still rising, so that's good. Let's put it to normal. Let's get right into it. All right, no time to dilly-dally. We gotta break some wood. So now that we're in our what we're actually doing part, let's talk. Let's yap a little bit. First of all, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The Yogscast video. Holy crap. Okay. Jesus Christ. You guys absolutely killed it on that one. Like that thing pulled in, I think as of recording it, oh, I still have wood in my inventory from when I made a bed earlier. No. Absolutely not. You're going down there, so I don't use you. It needs to be completely fresh. Anyways, that video, wow, did so well. I am blown away by that. Now, I to an extent, I kind of felt like, I was like, okay, this video is probably going to do a little bit better. It's talking about, some old nostalgic Minecraft map, it's the Yogscast. People still like the Yogscast. They don't do Minecraft as much, but people still watch them. And a lot of people still go back and watch that series with the Survival Island, Shadow of Israel, and the, surviving Minecraft series. But I was not expecting it to blow up like that. Okay. Like at all. And, I just want to say I'm really thankful for you guys, because I mean, for one, that video, like I said, is currently at 10,000 views. It's pulled in like, I think the exact number right now is 65 subscribers. Like that thing put me over 200. We're at 260 right now at the time of recording this. Yeah, I just want to say thank you guys so much. That video, I did not expect it to do that well. It's still slowly trickling, has views trickling in. And honestly, I'm really glad you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of awesome feedback. A couple things about that world. If you generate it on a server, it will generate, that seed without any of the inconsistencies that were present in the video. But for the most part, that seed, if you just boot it up on, alpha, or if you boot it up in beta and then downgrade it to alpha without running around or anything, that will give you a pretty accurate rendition of the seed itself. So yeah, like I said, if you guys want to try that, and I highly recommend you do, especially if you have watched the Yogscast, go ahead and boot that seed up. And if you're able to, boot it up on a server, because then it will be like, 1-to-1 to the actual series. So you know, little things like that make it better. But with that being said, once again, just thank you all so much for being so awesome on that video and just watching it and commenting and liking. It also has like a ridiculous amount of likes compared to all my other videos. Lots of comments. Just, I don't know. It's a really cool, performed very well. I'm really happy it did. But with that being said, you probably noticed it's been about, I think at the time of recording this, it's been a little over 2 weeks since I've last updated or uploaded. And once again, it's because I'm busy. Now, the thing is, though, it's not because I'm busy with work or anything, okay? It's actually, you know, good reasons I've been busy. For one, you know, I had my vacation that I went to Florida, and then I also, what is it? You know, Christmas time happened, so I was a little busy getting gifts for people, getting gifts from people, you know, average Christmas activities. But a really big thing that happened since I've been gone is I have a snake now, pet snake, that actually has stopped me from uploading, not because, you know, it takes a lot of time and effort to care for a snake, but because I was just being a goober and have literally just been like watching this snake during my free time. On top of that, I'm also playing a lot of The Binding of Isaac. That's, if I'm playing games besides Minecraft, I'm probably playing The Binding of Isaac. So, yeah, love that game so much. That's what I've been up to. I've also been talking to someone, so that's something, you know, getting my Riz on, you know. I'm like, I'm literally the next, what's that little kid's name? The Rizzler. Is he still funny? I don't know if he's still funny or not, but I don't know. I've just been talking to people too. And of course, I've also been hanging out with friends and catching up with people too, because work actually has been not kicking my butt as much as it normally is. So that's really nice. But yeah, that's kind of where I've been. I know it kind of disappeared, but it's not because of work. It's not because anything crazy happened. It's literally just because I've been enjoying life. I've just been minding my own business, staying busy in good ways, and getting stuff going in my life. But we need stone, and I think there's a cave right there. Is that a spawner? What is that? No, that's just gravel, right? Yeah, it's just gravel. Wait, no, that is a spawner. Oh my god, what in the world? Okay, you know, I said I was going to use a mitts or whatever, but I didn't actually use a mitt. There's no chests in here. Have I been over here before? I mean, it's possible I have, but I mean, honestly, it doesn't change much of anything. I don't know. Who knows? I may have been over here before. I may not have. I don't know. I'd be running around this world all over the place and not marking things down like crazy anyway. So there's a good chance I have been over here before and I just don't remember it. But yeah, I think we just kind of need to get our stone up. And I think once we get our stone and all that, we will start looking for iron. And then once we get like probably a full set of iron armor and a decent amount of food and all that, I think we will start working on the actual initial first base that I've ever built, that we're building from memory for real. Because like I said, I don't actually have any saves from way back when. 1.2, I don't know the exact version of 1.2, but 1.2 was the first version of Minecraft that I played on the PC. Played Minecraft Pocket Edition Lite first, and I think that was probably a starting point for Minecraft for a lot of people too. I know Xbox 360 edition was also a big one, but for me it was Pocket Edition Lite. And after getting the full version of Pocket Edition, I ended up getting this version of, I managed to convince my parents to let me download the free version of Minecraft, because for a while there was a free version of Minecraft, and then after some time they were able to be convinced to get me the full game, and that was in 1.2. And that's also pretty cool, is that there's a desert right here. That'll be nice for sand or glass. I don't see any what's the word? I don't see any sheep around. It might be good just to mine now. kind of while it's getting dark. I don't know. It feels nice to kind of, we're playing on the same world, but we are, what's the word I'm looking for here? But we're kind of starting fresh. And I think that's probably what the title of this episode is going to be, because I want the next couple of episodes to be more chill, kind of talking episodes, just because I have been gone for a while. But I kind of enjoy, going and just kind of starting a new world fresh. And even if it is technically on a world that we've already been playing on, because I mean, look at my levels right now. I'm 109 after beating the Ender Dragon. But I think it's kind of just nice going back and playing on a world for a little bit, not progressing super far and just kind of messing around in the early phases. I think that's where Minecraft is most fun. It's definitely in the early phases of the game where you're kind of just kind of gathering things to survive and stuff like that. I think that's when Minecraft is really the most fun. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy playing all phases of Minecraft. Do not think that's me saying that I'm bored about Minecraft now because it's more about, we have all the, okay, so I definitely have been here before. That's okay. There's still iron and stuff down here. I'm not running around much further. All right, this is the most scuffed fresh start ever. I probably left a lot of iron down there because this is probably me looking for gold and diamonds, if I imagine. Because there was a period of time where I was really just searching for gold and diamonds. So we probably need to find a good source of food. This is going to give me food poisoning. Yep. Or hunger, I should say. Yeah, we need to find a good source of food. I kind of forgot how fast hunger goes down in these older versions. Anybody do the old ant venom method where you like crouch in a corner and then like look down, and supposedly that makes it so that hunger doesn't take your hunger away? I don't know why I remember that. It's like always the weirdest things that I remember about Minecraft. It's kind of like how I could like go back and play any version of Minecraft and like just remember how to craft various different things. It hits you. Okay. What are you doing? Get out of here. Axes aren't as good as swords in this version. I probably need to just make an actual sword, but that's crazy. So yeah, I guess I have been over here. So that spawner was me in the past. Like I said, probably running around looking for gold and diamonds mostly. So we're probably still going to find plenty of coal, redstone, and iron down here. But we do need coal, so we might as well take this coal too. But I think I also, you know how I do the thing where the first tools of every kind I kind of hold on to? I think I'm going to do that here as well. So like we're going to, like this stone pickaxe I'm using, we're going to keep in a chest over here as kind of like, the second first stone pickaxe. I think actually I've only really made one stone pickaxe in this world, and then I moved straight to iron. It is possible. I don't remember. I bet if I went back and watched the videos and checked things, I could probably figure that out, but I'm not going to do that right now. Come on now. Just mining and mining and mining. We just got to get that. Got to get those resources. Give me that iron. Thank you, sir. There's plenty of coal in here too. It's really nice. I think, let's see, I'm trying to remember kind of, I mean, I vaguely remember my first base. I definitely remember some things I did in my first base when it comes to how I would play the game. I want to say for sure that I think the first thing, you know what, actually, I think once it becomes daytime, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make one of the farms that I used to make a lot. I don't know why I built them like this. I had heard somewhere, for a little birdie told me, that if you put glass above like wheat and stuff like that, it actually makes them grow faster. I don't believe that's actually true. I would not be surprised if that is the most blatant lie ever, but I did hear somewhere at some point as a child growing up that putting glass over wheat and stuff like that essentially gives it like a greenhouse effect and like amplifies the sunlight or something like that, and that makes it so that it grows faster. I don't know, it's like it's definitely a lie and it's definitely not true, but it was definitely something I did as a kid. So maybe the first thing we'll do is kind of make like a proper wheat farm. And it's definitely not going to be big because I never made big farms. And the reason for that is because I would always play on peaceful mode because monsters and all that used to scare me to death. I was very scared of monsters playing as a kid, and my snake is currently crawling all over the side of his glass. I haven't seen him this active. I think that's good. I've had him for about 2 weeks now, and I think that means he's starting to warm up to me, hopefully. That's good. Yeah, my snake, he's a big orange corn snake. He's like almost 5 feet long. He's really big. He, I fed him twice since I've gotten him. I fed him, actually, because right now it's Saturday. I fed him this Tuesday. I'm trying to get him, I feed him once a week, just a jumbo mouse. But yeah, his name's Iroquois. He's vibrant orange, and he is probably in between 4.5 to 5 feet long. He is a very big snake, and I got him for free. Basically, somebody that one of my roommates knew was moving back to Montana or somewhere over there up north, and could not bring the snake with them. Needed to be rehoused, and they just messaged me like, hey, do you want a snake? And I was like, I've always wanted a snake. And they were like, cool, go pick up this snake this day, this time. And I was like, oh, okay. Guess I'm getting a snake then. And so I've been doing a lot of research on how to maintain snakes and stuff like that. But I've been enjoying it. It's a really cool animal to have, and really cool to watch the snake do snake things. Okay, we got more food. That should be enough for at least a little while. And I think saturation is a thing now too. So our hunger shouldn't just be constantly depleting all the time. Time of night is it? Almost daytime. Perfect. That's good. That's good. I'm trying to think, like, yeah, I think the best course of action would be to build the farm first. And I think we'll build the house basically where this one is. We'll just tear down this one and then make it bigger. We're going to need wool, not only for a bed, but also for, you know, just in general, we need wool. And then maybe if we're lucky, this guy will drop a bone. Nope. Yeah, we need wool, so that also means we need dyes, so we're gonna need to find sheep as well. We could probably set up some form of like animal farm. I feel like animal farming is probably more efficient than other forms of farming, at least in these earlier full release versions, possibly. I mean, also, it's probably honestly most efficient just to kind of run around and kill mobs yourself. But now that it's daytime, let's let this cook pork chop. What more? Give it to me, and then we'll put the iron in. I think we're going to go run over to the desert real quick, and we're going to grab a bunch of sand and such. So let's make a stone shovel, and hopefully those trees will kind of grow while we are over here. I'm not really sure if they will or not, but man, like I said, I really do enjoy just kind of booting up a Minecraft world and just doing some random garbage in a new world. And even though this isn't technically a new world, it is still kind of nice just to play fresh for a little bit. So even though I've already been over here and have been exploring the caves under here for who knows what reason, but you know, honestly thinking about it too, it could be from back when I was trying to find like a mine shaft. That is a possibility. There's also a forest over here, so there's plenty of wood over here too. Okay, this actually is a much better area than I thought. So let's grab a bit of sugarcane, and let's just get, you know what, we'll get some cactus too, why not? And we'll start growing cactus over there in that area too. I mean, we can just run over here and grab as much as we need, but might as well grow it over there, right? Eat chicken, and now we will break some sand and get us some sand. We're gonna need glass. We definitely need glass, actually. Glass is a very big thing. I don't know what it was about me growing up, but I was like obsessed with glass. Like there was just something about having windows. Actually, yeah, I don't know if so much obsessed with glass as much as I was obsessed with just having windows on my house. Like I would have windows all along the walls of my house, just everywhere. Everywhere that there was a wall facing outside, there was a window there, okay? There was something about glass and windows that just had me losing my mind as a kid. And I'm not sure what it was, but I loved glass. I needed so many windows everywhere. Maybe I just like natural light. Who knows? Oftentimes I would make the roof out of glass. I don't know if I'm going to do it for... Actually, you know, I don't think it was very often I actually really built one out of glass, like roofs out of glass. So I think we'll avoid it for this one. I think it's just going to be kind of a wooden house with a couple weird additions that I used to make as a kid, because that's what this kind of episode, maybe 2 episodes. It's probably going to be 2 episodes because I do have to go to work tonight while I'm recording this, and this shovel is done for. No more of this shovel, but we're going to hold on to it because it is the first shovel and we need to hold on to it. So let's run back over here. We have our cactus and stuff, and you know, actually we need to gather seeds as well. So give me seeds. We need iron. Do we want to make a bucket or an iron pick first? Because I definitely saw more iron in that cave. I think it might be better to make an iron. Let's make a bucket first. That'll let us move water around. And then we can start growing stuff and make the farm the proper way. And I think we just get 1 more seed. Perfect. That'll be good enough for us to start with. And man, we still are tearing through food. Maybe saturation isn't a thing yet. That's kind of annoying. I don't know. I know saturation's a thing. I think bread... I might have to pull up the old wiki pages and do some research and find my own best solution for things here again. But let's see, iron smelted, beautiful. Let's make an iron pick. And we're going back down into the caves. I think before we go in the caves though, cut down this tree and we're gonna make a chest. Just a small chest. Just to put in all of this other random junk that's filling up my inventory. Oh, one thing that's good to mention about, I think maybe I already did mention it, but one thing that's important to mention about 1.2 is that what is it? Oh my God, I just lost my train of thought. Apples, that's what it is. Apples drop from trees now. So you can get apples normally in the game. You don't have to use any BS mechanics to get apples anymore. So that's really huge. That'll be very helpful for the future. And trust me, I have some big plans in the future. Okay. We have some big plans in the future. This is just a slow episode in a myriad of episodes that will be big projects, biggest projects you've ever seen. Okay. But I have some very big plans, and it's probably going to be, the first of those big plans is probably going to be within the next few episodes. But man, you know, despite it being lit up with torches, because I've already been here, there's still a lot of mobs inside this cave. Okay, get out of here. Jeez. Okay. I'm getting like jumped by that spider behind me. All right, here we go. We just need a lot of iron, and really we just need enough for a bucket right now, but we might as well mine a lot of this easy access iron that's kind of around here just to give us a bit of a boost. And yeah, I definitely, what in the world? Well, we probably ain't gonna be finding any diamonds down here, that's for sure, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't really know. Like I said, I don't really know if this build thing I'm working on here is going to be so much about the diamonds or anything. It's going to be more so about just kind of playing like how I did when I was younger. And honestly, you know, I didn't really ever get diamond tools as a kid. I guess I was just too much of a scrub or something to ever have diamond tools, but I almost never had diamond tools. And if I did have diamond tools, you bet I was immediately dying with them. Okay, like I would find diamonds and then wouldn't even know what to do with it, and then just like die somehow. Like not like intentionally die, like I would do my best to try not to die, but even playing on peaceful mode, I would just do something that would make me lose the diamonds. More often than not, falling from a really, really tall mountain on accident or falling into a lava pit on accident. That was like the big two things that I would always do to lose my diamond tools. I remember one death in particular. I was feeling cocky and I was like, oh, well, you know, pigmen don't attack you in the nether if you, even if you're in, you know, normal mode or whatever. So I was like running around in the nether, and then I didn't know ghasts were a thing. And then this ghast definitely shot me off of my ledge, and I lost my diamonds. And then I deleted the world because I was mad. That's another thing I did a lot too. I would die and I would just delete the world. Like I was not dealing with that. I would just delete the world and then never visit it again. And look what I'm about to do right now, dude. If this kills me, I'm going to lose my mind. Is there water nearby? There was water nearby, somewhere over here. I must hurry. Because if I die, I am going all the way back to like, oh my god. Okay. I also would have lost 109 levels, which I would not have wanted to deal with. All right, we got to play careful. I'm playing stupid. I'm playing like baby Slappy. Okay, that's not the way you're supposed to play this game. You cannot be playing this game like baby Slappy. We'll avoid the lava for now. I know mining content is just so invigorating. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore that iron down there because it seems not legit. They just kind of act like they don't really see you. Sometimes I feel like they just kind of be doing stuff. Man, that actually scared me. I'm still a little shook up from that. Okay. Man, I need to dial in. I need to dial in. I don't want to lose the lava though. Yeah, let's just go back the way we came. I don't want to run too far. That's another thing too. I would get lost in caves a lot. Would delete the world. I don't know. I just kind of like didn't have much of an attachment to worlds when I was growing up. I don't know why. It was just something about me. I would never really get super attached to Minecraft worlds for just whatever reason. I'm not really sure why. Because I know some people, you know, they're like 20 now and they have had a Minecraft world since they were 8 years old and they've just been continuously playing that world for their entire life. I've never really done that. I definitely, as I've gotten older, I've definitely gotten more attached to worlds and stuff like that. But like in the, you know, case of me growing up, I don't really know why I was never really attached to worlds. It's kind of something weird about me, I guess. But nowadays, like I said, nowadays we get attached to all sorts of worlds. But back then, not so much. I mean, if I lost this world that I'm working on now and, you know, recording this series for, I would be devastated. That might actually be like the end of the channel right there. Like if this world goes missing, no more videos kind of thing. But I don't want to say that's 100% true, but I don't know. It wouldn't feel the same. That's for sure. Like this is the world, you know, this is the world. I can't lose the world. Let's see what's going on over here. Not much. We do have 51 iron and our food is getting low. And I saw a creeper walking around up here somewhere. There he is. Get this last bit of iron here and then we will head out back up to the surface. I keep saying this last bit of iron. There's a ton of iron down here. Okay, we're gonna get this iron that's all throughout this little tunnel here and then we'll head up. And I'm gonna be so for real. I'm probably lost and won't be able to find the entrance for a while, so might have to cut it just to find the entrance, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I believe this is where I came up, actually. Yeah, it is. This is where I came up. Or went down, I should say. This is where I will come up, but the way out. And it's nighttime again. And we still don't have any sheep. Oh, well. I think I'm just gonna kind of wait out the night, though. Yeah, the moon just rose, so I'm gonna smelt this iron. And then I'll come back once that's done. I mean, we're still going to do a few cuts here and there, but it's not going to be like, you know, lot of my other episodes where it's just like really big progress differences in between cuts. So anyways, I'm gonna cut it. I'll be right back when it's daytime. Okay, we have our iron. It's daytime. Skeleton died right outside the door, I guess. That's cool. I think we're gonna make a farm, but let's actually hold on. Let's make armor. We're gonna make our armor. I want to be protected, not die from random things. But that's just me, you know. I just don't want to die. All right. Armor's going on, and then we'll make a bucket. I think we should also smelt the sand. I think the sand should also. Oh my gosh. Give me the sand. Okay. Wow. Okay, let's go find water. We don't have much food. We really need food. That's the big thing here is food. I don't want to kill all the pigs yet. Because I'm scared if I kill all the pigs, then they're just gonna, you know, we're not gonna have any food for real, and then it's gonna be really bad. Man, where's the water? I think there's some over here by the desert, but does that make sense? Yep, there's some over there. There's a nice little river right here. We can just break the ice and grab some. Oh, hello. Very small ravine, but that's cool. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll start with a farm. And that might actually wrap up this episode. When we make the farm, that might wrap up this episode. We might spend, I think we're going to spend a couple episodes over here, 2 or 3 maybe, at most 3, over in this area, kind of making our first base. I think the actual like proper base will go right here. But we have this little starter base here. Let's see, where do we want the farm to be? Might have to stop running around because I'm using up a lot of hunger. I kind of want to build the farm like I did when I was younger too. So, okay, first let's just do this. So it's gonna look stupid. This isn't gonna be permanent, but we're gonna do this for now so that we have a infinite water source that doesn't freeze over with the ice. Ice is no joke in this version. It like refreezes stuff instantly, like instant refreeze. But as long as you keep it covered, it will not freeze. So we do need that. And I think it doesn't freeze through ice or through glass. Like if there's glass over it, I don't believe it freezes over. I hope. And if it doesn't, we might have to make some amends, but I think we'll be okay. Okay, infinite water source, easy enough. What's our, we need this, and then, you know what, we'll make an iron hoe. We're gonna be hoeing down a lot of dirt here. Man, that came out strange. Anyways, we're not gonna worry about that. Okay, let's build it. How do I want to build this? I know how I built it, but I think what we'll do is we'll kind of do this. I used to not know that water could like irrigate crops from across multiple blocks, so I always assumed that the water had to like be touching the dirt. It was a lot longer until I figured out that it could go more than 4 blocks out. So I think we'll also make a an iron axe. We need more wood to build this. And man, the sun is already setting. My God. Okay. What in the world? I've barely been running around. It's already going down. That's ridiculous. We need bed too. Might have to make a little excursion to see if we can find some sheep somewhere. But I don't know where they would be. More pigs. Okay, let's go. Yeah, let's just go find a sheep. We're going through a lot of our iron that we got here, but it's okay. We have, well, there's probably a ton down in that cave, so we just got to find a sheep and then we can sleep. Then, oh, there's another big cave right here. Man, where the sheep at? Oh, here we go. Look at that right there. And there's pumpkins here too. That's cool. Get these, and you know what? We'll kill these chickens too, just for food. And I think they're able to, oh my God, there was a swamp right there. Oh, those are old chunks too. Oh, and axes actually chop pumpkins faster now. That's nice. Did they always do that? I don't remember. I don't think they always did. We're going to need a lot of wool anyway, so we might as well shear all of these guys kind of as they regrow stuff. And let's kill more chickens. Give me food. And their eggs are going to come in handy. We can replenish our chickens with their eggs. Man, there's a lot of chickens, actually. Holy. Okay. Yeah, give me all of you guys. And all these eggs you're laying means that I will not run out of chickens. Infinite chicken glitch. We can make a bed. That's really nice. Give me that. And it's going to be tight in here, but we'll put that there. And we're going to temporarily stop smelting the glass so we can make food. And, well, I'm going to be waiting for stuff to smelt anyway, so I might as well just kind of wait out the night again. It's a new moon. Scary. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to cut it again because I'm smelting stuff. I'm not going to make people watch me cook food, so. All right, I'll be back when it's daytime, I guess, or when everything's done smelting and I sleep. Okay, we can sleep. The chicken is done cooking, so that's good enough. And we have more than enough glass for what we're trying to do here, but we'll go ahead and smelt the rest of that. We're going to need more glass in the future. Let's fill up our hunger here and let's build the farm. Okay, so what I used to do, and my farms would never be big. And I think the main reason why is because I would always, play the game scared that I was going to die. So I would never play in survival mode. So I never really had much use for a big farm. So we might have to kind of make it a bit bigger. But for now, we're going to just kind of make it this small little thing like this. And I would always build them like this. And then the glass goes in the middle. And then, of course, I would put torches kind of all around it as well. Because I did remember learning that you're able to keep crops growing if they have light. So, okay. One thing I always did as a kid, and this is more about like building houses and stuff, is that I would always make sure that I had at least 3 blocks between the ceiling and the floor. I don't know why. I know a lot of people used to have like really short, like stubby houses that would just kind of, you would like jump like this height ceiling. But I never did that. So, okay. I think that's kind of what we're starting with here. Smaller farm than what we used to, or what we built a long time ago, but we'll be able to plant seeds here and those will grow. We do have bones. That's nice. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And all of these should drop even more seeds for us. And we can now, okay, we don't have enough to refill the whole thing, but we have wheat and we can breed pigs. We'll probably make a pig farm at some point. That's going to be very necessary to build as a pig farm. Or a cow farm, one of the two. Cow farm's probably a bit better just because they drop leather too, but I don't know if there's much point in leather quite yet. I mean, we have plenty of bookshelves. I don't think there's much need for leather. We can just kind of do whatever's closest. We definitely need a sheep farm too, but I think I might leave that for the next episode. I think for a slower paced episode, we've actually done pretty well. I think I am going to wrap up this one right here, and get this uploaded as soon as I can because it has been a little bit. So we are going to wrap it up here. This was fun. We messed around with the Snapshot 11W49A, the version that allowed us to get spawn eggs. And we also have run all the way out into the middle of nowhere with basically nothing. And we are setting up an awesome recreation of my first base. And there are a couple things that we are going to have to build. We have to build the house proper. Probably going to build a brick house somewhere. I always had like a small brick house kind of nearby. This farm, we're going to have to make a melon farm. That means we're going to have to find melon seeds, make a pumpkin farm as well. Make some weird additions to the front of the main house once we build it. That was something I always did. I just made like really stupid additions. I never really built massive bases or anything. I always just built kind of like weird, smaller bases. But we probably will tear this one down, actually. I know the first house we have from the first episode is still standing at our old base, but this house doesn't count, so we're probably going to tear it down. Anyways, I'm going to leave this episode here. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you made it this far, a double thank you. Once again, my name is Slappy Burger, and I hope you have a blessed evening.